Hello and welcome to the Horizon Camper Builds YouTube channel. My name is Eli, and in today's video, I'm going to show you my most recent camper build for my client. My client has brought me her 2025 Toyota Sienna, and she has requested a stealth camper build for one person. However, she also wants to keep her second row seating, making her Sienna a 4-passenger minivan, as well as a single person stealth camper. So in today's video, I'm going to briefly show you the exterior of the Sienna, just so you could see what we're working with, and the majority of the video will be focused on the camper build itself. So without further ado, let's get started on today's video tour. All right, folks, here we go. Again, this is a 2025 Toyota Sienna. This particular Sienna is a hybrid XLE. Being a hybrid, it gets really good gas mileage. I believe it averages right around 40 miles per gallon, if I'm not mistaken. The second favorite feature that I like about these vans is that being a hybrid, especially if you are using this as a stealth camper, you can run the AC all night long off of the hybrid battery. If the hybrid battery starts getting low, the engine will kick on to charge the hybrid battery. And if you were to run the AC all night long in one of these hybrid minivans, it will only use half a gallon of gas. So this makes it super ideal for stealth camping in hot environments. Speaking of stealth camping, you could see nothing really indicates that this is a camper on the outside. This looks like your just run-of-the-mill minivan. So if you were to use it for stealth camping, this would very much be under the radar. So that's pretty much what this really nice 2025 Toyota Sienna Hybrid looks like on the outside. Let me go ahead and open it up so I can show you the camper build inside. All right, let's go ahead and open the power sliding door. This being an XLE, it does get power sliding doors on both sides. So currently you get to see the van in the passenger van configuration. As I stated in the intro, the client wanted to keep the second row seats. So this is a 4-passenger minivan. Now, the third row seat obviously had to be taken out for the camper build to be installed in its place. I'll show you that in just a moment, but you could see right now the camper build is currently folded behind the second row seats. And in a minute, I will go ahead and slide these seats forward to show you the build. But currently you could see that we have maximum adjustability on these second row seats. The seat tracks are all the way to the back, so you have the maximum amount of leg room. And also these seats can be reclined. So you could see, you could also recline the seats. So full adjustability on the second row. We didn't have to sacrifice creature comfort for the second row passengers. Let me go ahead and slide the seats forward to show you the camper build behind the seats. So I'm currently on the driver side of the vehicle. I've went ahead and opened the other power sliding door to show you the entry point to be able to get back to the camper build in the rear of the van. As you could see, the seats are slid all the way behind the front seats. So this is going to be the entry point to the sleeping lounging area back here. This build is completely removable, so you can reinstall the third row seat and return this van to a 7-passenger configuration, but currently we do have the build in place of the third row seat. Okay, so I'm inside the van. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this extension. It does have a collapsible bracket, so you can fold this down if you need to maybe store some items on top, but currently it's raised up. And we can just go ahead and flip this over, and you could see now we have a single bed. Again, this is a setup only for one person. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the mattress. And the really cool thing about this setup is that the mattress could be placed in one of two positions. You could see We could place it in the reclining position. This will allow you to just kind of lounge back here, but also it'll give you access to the fridge that's all the way in the back. I'll show you that in just a second. But obviously we can also slide this under the counter to create a bed. Okay, so I went ahead and turned on the LED light. I'll talk about the electrical in just a minute. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and slide the mattress under the counter. So now it is in the sleeping configuration. This is a 4-inch thick foam folding mattress, washable covers. It measures 75 inches long by 25 inches wide. The ideal sleeping arrangement in this particular setup is this is the head area, and then down there would be the feet area. Under the bed, we have a large open storage area, probably ideal for large items, or maybe if you want to be organized, you can have some totes underneath here. But we also have a 1500 watt pure sine inverter, and that inverter is actually going to charge the power station that's over on this side. We'll talk about that in just a moment. There's more area under the bed here in the front where the extension is to store some items. And maybe you can also place some items in between the second row seats. Usually in my builds, I do shelving on the sides. The client requested more of a simple open setup. Therefore, we don't have any side storage compartments. Okay, I went ahead and entered the build. I am sitting on the bed, which is now acting as a bench. My feet are resting on a carpeted wooden floor, which is secured to the van's floor. There are 4 anchor points, and this is a very snug and secure build. So while you're driving, it's not gonna move or rattle at all. And then in front of me, you see a Bluetti Elite 200 power station. The client wanted to go with a power station integration option in this particular build. So we went ahead and created a holding place for the Bluetti that also has some extra, shelving units for storage. And it is currently exposed on the top to give you maximum leverage to be able to, use the handles to carry it out of the van should you need to charge it outside the van. Now, if you want to charge it inside the van, we don't have any solar panels to charge this while the van is parked. The only option is to charge this power station through the engine of the Sienna. So basically, when you go ahead and turn on the van, you activate the inverter, which is located under the bed. I showed you that earlier. It is a 1500 watt pure sine inverter that is connected to the battery of the van, which is all the way back here. And when you turn on the van and you turn on the control panel right here, you can then use the engine to charge the Bluetti. Now you may be wondering, this being a Toyota Sienna hybrid, it should have a built-in inverter with an AC outlet back there to be able to just go ahead and connect the Bluetti directly to the outlet. This van did not have that option, therefore we needed to install the 1500 watt inverter. This Bluetti is going to power a microwave that is located up here, as well as a 12 volt 30 quart Quart fridge, which is storing nice and snug in the dip area where the third row seat used to be. Because we have the mattress in the lounging position, we are able to access the bed extension, flip it over in order to go ahead and open the fridge and maybe grab some items from the inside. This fridge can also be accessed from the outside. When I open up the lift gate and show you the outdoor use of this kitchen, I'll go ahead and show you that as well. Right next to the LED light, we have an automated sink, and this is the sink topper that also has another purpose as a coffee table. It's a good size table for the space that we have here that will allow you to maybe put a laptop up here, lounge and watch a movie, or maybe grab some items from the microwave or the fridge, place them here and have something to eat. This is the indoor access of the sink. So again, this is an automated sink. You've seen this in many of my builds. Same collapsible, adjustable faucet, 13-inch stainless steel round bowl. And we have the 12-volt outlet right here, which is the water pump that will allow us to dispense water in here. Now there's a switch on the side of the sink that would activate the water pump, and I can just go ahead and open the faucet to dispense water into the sink bowl. There are two 5-gallon water containers, one for fresh water, the other one is for gray water. When I open up that liftgate, I'll show you what those look like. Right over here, we have the microwave, and under the microwave, we have an extension for extra surface area. So if I go ahead and relocate the clip-on LED light, I can then go ahead and slide this extension for extra surface area. You could see it's conveniently located in front of the microwave. So maybe if you want to do some cooking here, you could use this surface area, you could use that surface area. So you can get creative with the space. This is limited space, but there's enough room to move around and a lot of options at your disposal. This can also be accessed from the outside when we open up that liftgate. So I'm currently in the back of the van. I opened up the powered liftgate to go ahead and show you the outdoor access to the rear kitchen area. I can stand under the liftgate, be protected from the sun and the rain, and be able to walk right up to the sink and go ahead and dispense the water, wash my hands, wash dishes. This is the sink cabinet that I was telling you about earlier. If I go ahead and open it, it could be extra surface area. Maybe I can place a stove here and be able to do some cooking. But in here we have the freshwater container, 5-gallon, gray water container for the dirty water, easy access to go ahead and take them out, refill the fresh water and dump the gray water. Over on this side, we have retained access to the battery that's located in the back of the van, as well as the AC vents. So therefore you see this custom cut on this particular piece of the wood to allow access to the battery back here. You'd have to remove the fridge, the cover, and then you'd be able to access the battery back there. Here we have the backside of the microwave. What I'd like to do is go ahead and take it out and show you how open the space can be without the microwave being on top. Okay, I went ahead and took out the microwave for the time being. I adjusted the clip-on LED light to shine towards the outside. And here you could see the counter space that you get if you take out the microwave. And then not only that, we have the extension that you saw earlier that was used from the inside, can also be used towards the outside for maximum surface area back here for outdoor camping. You can also use the fridge cover or the bed extension as surface area if you're standing out here. If you go ahead and lift that up, obviously we have access to the fridge from the outside. But if I flip that back down, I can use that as surface area in addition to the one up top. And also you could see when I open the sink cabinet as well. So plenty of surface area back here for an outdoor setup. Maybe you're at a campsite and you just want to be outdoors. This is your outdoor use of the kitchen back here. The client has requested that we don't apply any staining or polyurethane to this particular build, but we did go ahead and do multiple sanding sessions for a smooth surface area. And then obviously you could see all the edges are routed, so there are no sharp corners anywhere in this build. So that concludes today's video tour on this 2025 Toyota Sienna that is not just a 4-passenger minivan, but also a single-person stealth camper. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you've enjoyed. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.